Welcome back, my darlings, my beautiful collective. You caught me just in the nick of time. So for today's Oracle Tarot combo, we're starting off with the Past Life Oracle deck, and then we're going to be transitioning into the Light Seers Tarot deck. So let's take a look at the energy that's there. As you heard from the ding, maybe that's like Spirit's confirmation that maybe we picked the right deck to work with, right? But is it ever the wrong deck, as my friend Kelly would say? Is it ever the wrong deck? Well, we shall see. The first card that's coming out, it says communal living. So maybe in a past life, you were part of this community, huh? So perhaps you were part of maybe a religious community, maybe an agrarian society, maybe a community that was bound for exploration, like pioneers of the Old West, or maybe explorers that were looking for a new life. So you set sail on a boat, maybe called the Nina, the Pinta, or the Santa Maria. Maybe you sailed across the ocean, you know, and landed at Plymouth Rock. So maybe there were a lot of different possibilities for your heritage and ancestry, right? What else? Asia. Okay. So maybe you were on that expedition to with Marco Polo, you know, to find spices for the Far East, right? Or maybe the perhaps the Silk Road. Perhaps you were an inhabitant of Asia, right? Maybe living in a Buddhist monastery somewhere. Galactic. Perhaps you have origins that are out of this world. Phobias. Maybe this was tied to your past, huh? If you've experienced any unnatural fears, like maybe the fear of water, or maybe fear that you might crash in a plane or something like that, that might be a past life for you. So ding for confirmation. Keep that in mind. Sometimes our fears transfer, transcends lives. It kind of tells us maybe these clues of maybe how we've passed. Spirituality and religion. This might have been important to you in the past, and maybe it is important to you again, right? What else? Biblical. All right, maybe you go way back. Maybe you go way back, huh? Moses, Methuselah, those guys. Orphan. Okay, so perhaps it might have happened in one of your past lives. Maybe you were an orphan. Maybe you, other people had to raise you and give you a different perspective on life. Atlantis. I really connect with this one. I've always been fascinated by the tales of Atlantis ever since I was a kid. So it's definitely one of my favorites. Forgiveness. Perhaps that's important for you too. Perhaps that's part of our trial here, huh? Authority figures. Maybe you had a seat of authority, right? Trust and faith. Definitely dinging again. Okay. We'll take that on faith, as it were. Farm. Again, we mentioned kind of like that agrarian society, right? And baby. Okay. Maybe you had a child, or, certainly we were children in a past, right, life. And maybe you have something like this. Imprisonment or slavery, right? Maybe that's part of your past as well. We never know, right? There's so many things that people have been imprisoned for, political and otherwise. So who knows? Maybe, it is this energy that still remains in our soul. That's part of us, part of our journey. All right, putting those cards away, let's focus our attention and focus now on the Light Seers Tarot deck. Where are we traveling today, Spirit? What are the lessons that we need to learn? What do we need to know? Angels, ancestors, guides, beings of light, bring us messages of hope and possibility. Excuse me while I try to silence this doggone thing. There we go. This thing keeps popping off. Spirit, if you're going to send messages, may you be a bit more direct. Communication. The Empress at the bottom of the deck. Very interesting. So the Empress is all about brand new starts. It is the energy of fertility, but she is very much the symbol of fertility, the symbol of birth, new beginnings, authoritative energy in a way, but the secular feminine. The first card that's popping out, though, is the High Priestess, the sacred feminine. Interesting. So I feel like this is going to be about evolution. I'm hearing evolution and stepping into power. With the High Priestess, I feel like this has a lot to do with intuition. It has to do with spirit. Perhaps this is a spiritual journey. Very interesting. The Empress came back out. And with it, the Four of Pentacles. When I see this card, it is remarkably similar in the posture of the Queen of Pentacles, except where this feminine is clutching her purse, right? The Queen of Pentacles is holding on to this massive pentacle that's sitting on her lap, but still where her face is a bit more of concern, the Queen of Pentacles face is more of relaxed and just basking in her own knowledge of self-worth, right? Whereas this Four of Pentacles, it's kind of about a lack mentality. It's about holding back. It's about being a bit frugal. Very interesting. So as we get the High Priestess, the Four of Pentacles, and the Empress, the Four of Pentacles is kind of sandwiched in between both of them. It's almost like, with this message, that someone is kind of stepping into their power as High Priestess, but holding back a little bit, and then stepping into their power of Empress and holding back there a little bit. It's almost like there's this self-limiting belief or something that's there that's not fully allowing you to step into your power. Yeah, Two of Swords. This is about indecision. This is about being stuck. What's keeping you stuck? What's holding you back? We just lost half the deck right there. How about we try that again, Spirit? Give it to us a card at a time. And, you know, maybe in like real-time speed instead of like 10 times speed. We need bite-sized chunks, right? What's holding you back? Nine of Wands. Very interesting. This is the energy of kind of like caution, but persistence. This is the energy of, I have a lot of passion, I have a lot of drive, I have a lot of desire, but I also have a lot of trauma. And so we have this wand that's protecting our heart that is saying that, okay, you know, I'm hoping for the best, but I know I can swing this wand if I have to, you know? And it's about, like, I feel like you're gearing up for a final fight. I feel like you're probably exhausted as well. This has to do with love. Two of Cups. I feel like, yeah, oh man, did I get a tingle with that? I feel like you're almost losing faith, losing hope when it comes to love. I hope not. It's worth it, I promise. You are birthing something new. And I feel like you intuitively can feel it, but something is holding the collective back. That's Six of Wands. What you don't realize, and I almost feel like what's holding you back is just the belief. Belief that you can't have it or that it's not going to come in. But Six of Wands, there's success, there's victory here for this connection. Ace of Cups. A brand new start when it comes to love. The energy at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. A tangible new beginning. You could feel it in your bones. That Ace of Pentacles comes right underneath the High Priestess. She can feel it. Page of Pentacles. You're getting a message, or you're starting to see signs that your manifestations are coming. Energy at the bottom of the deck at the moment is the Ten of Pentacles. Right underneath the Empress. This is what you are manifesting. You're manifesting your highest timeline, your highest version of self, your ultimate happiness, your happily ever after, your tangible beginning. It's coming, okay? Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Knight of Cups. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? I think you're done with dealing with these guys, right? Devilish energy. I feel like you're very much done with that. You want this Knight of Cups. You want this brand new offer of love. I feel like you want it very badly. But it's almost like that desire, that severe attachment to it, might be what's just holding that carrot ever so far out of reach. Eight of Swords. There is this energy of being stuck in one's head. That paired with the devilish energy, it's almost like you can't get that thought out of your mind. And you keep waiting with the Two of Wands. Normally I would say this is positive direction. You're on the right track, and I feel like you are. But the Eight of Swords with the Two of Wands is more like an expectation. And then with the Devil on the other side, it's like you're sandwiched in between. You're stuck. Eight of Pentacles, it's all going to work out, okay? The Ace of Cups is right above the Eight of Pentacles. It's all going to work out. The World card, this talks about achievement, success, victory. The bottom of the deck right now is the Hierophant. So you are reaching this new level, this attainment, right? You will have what you've asked for. You will have that Ace of Cups. The Hierophant is, you're going to the next level, like I said. This is connecting with the divine, your higher self. This is also spiritual evolution, but it can also mean for connection as well. That Ace of Cups, whatever relationship you have, the one that is embedded deep in your heart, we're not talking about the flavor of the month here. I don't deal with that. It is the connection that's imprinted on your soul, that's written in your DNA, the connection that you want above all other connections. We're digging deep into the very fabric of your heart here. That's the connection that I'm talking about. The one that lights your face up like the sun. That's what we're talking about. That Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so this connection, the one that you really want, is going to the next level. The Sun card, you will have your happiness, okay? Hanged Man energy. Perhaps it's taken a while for it to come in. Perhaps it's taken changes of perspective. Perhaps you have had to come to terms with things about yourself, with how you view love, connections. Perhaps you've had to release control and let divine timing take its place, right? Or take its course, run its course. Can't talk today. Perhaps it's taken time for you to see yourself as worthy with this Nine of Pentacles, for you to find your abundance. I feel like for so long you were looking for your abundance outside of yourself, not realizing that the one place you needed to look was in the mirror. To look and find that all the answers you need are staring right back at you. The Seven of Swords. I feel like something has been, or maybe something was hidden from you. And this is kind of like trickery. This can be like misdirection. This can be deception energy. The dings persist. So I think we're hitting it on the head here. So perhaps there was something that we didn't see. Maybe this Nine of Pentacles energy, our abundance, was hidden from us. But now Okay, Five of Cups. Five of Cups is about disappointment and or regret, but it's also about unfinished business. Maybe you're just starting here, starting to realize that there's more, right? You're starting to see yourself as worthy, but you're not done yet. You're still in this process of perhaps grieving your old life and knowing that there's more, right? Three of Cups energy. Interesting. When I see the Five of Cups and the Three of Cups, I get a little apprehensive. Sometimes in certain messages, to me, that represents third-party interference. Maybe there was a third party here, or maybe someone was being a bit deceptive. Maybe your partner, divine counterpart, was being deceptive and took a third party, right? But that Three of Cups energy, it also is like this future energy of celebration and happiness, community building, right? This has to do with a past connection. Six of Cups. Perhaps even a wish fulfillment. Someone's looking back, perhaps at the highlight reel, trying to figure out what they want. And I feel like this person, this divine masculine, because who else would it be? Divine feminines kind of know where they're going in life. Divine masculines, I hate to say it, but the trend is they're a little clueless. So we kind of tend to be that spiritual GPS for them. Okay, so looking back at this past connection, I feel like this divine masculine was like, you know what? I'm going to take the easier route. And I feel like that's what they did with the Five of Cups. But it's also like buyer's remorse. They got whatever they got their wish, but when they got it, they were like, this doesn't quite feel right. They're not as happy as they thought they would be. And so I feel like that's where that disappointment and a regret is. It's like, maybe I had a better thing going for me if I'd have chosen the one that I really wanted, the one that was too much work, the one that I knew would be fulfilling and worth it, but I chose the safer bet. They're starting to look back at this past connection and see this divine feminine as Queen of Wands, someone who's very attractive. It's like I feel like they can't get her out of their mind. And Page of Wands, they're starting to wonder what life would be like with her. Can you imagine? What's interesting is this Queen of Wands energy comes right underneath the sun for me. So it's like she outshines the rest. And what's interesting is this Page of Wands energy is coming right underneath the Hanged Man. So they're definitely seeing things with the eyes of curiosity and wonder, and with a different perspective now. And Three of Pentacles. Now they're starting to say, you know what? I want to build with this one. But let's take things slow. I don't want to F this up, right? Ace of Swords is clarity, truth. And what's interesting, it comes right underneath the Seven of Swords. So whereas before there was deception, now their eyes are wide open. And I feel like they're ready to truly accept how they feel, how they think. And they're ready for a new start. They want victory here. They're scared as hell too with the Nine of Swords. They know that there's anxiety and worry here. Why? There is anxiety and worry, but the seeds have been planted. I feel like with that card, the Seven of Pentacles, they knew that it was always going to lead there. The Moon card at the bottom of the deck says there are a lot of hope. There's fear here in regards to this. But I feel like there's also a lot of hidden love. But the Chariot says there is victory here. This is something that can't be stopped. And our last card for the evening. The card at the bottom of the deck. The Four of Wands. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a spiritual connection. One that leads to ascension and growth for both of these partners. But also one that's going to lead to union. This is where you were always meant to end up. together. Peace, love, and light.